everyone, welcome back to our strength series. I'm Michaela, and today we have another leg workout. So we're going to do kind of the same style we've been following for the other two workouts this week, where we'll do each exercise for a minute, and then we will take a minute rest after each circuit, and then repeat it for another time. So we'll do 2 leg exercises, and then we'll come and do 1 core exercise. That'll be our 3-minute circuit, and then we'll rest for a minute, and then we'll repeat it, and then we'll move on. So that's the layout of today. You're welcome to use weights if you want them. You can use body weight, that also works too. Remember, we want to kind of take it back a notch this week, give our bodies a chance to recover, but still get a nice workout in. So find that happy medium. I'll be using some weights, at least in the beginning. We'll see how that goes. Medium-sized weights, and then I do have a heavier resistance band for some of those sidewalks that we've done in the past, and then a medium level resistance band. We're going to do some leg curls and some adductions towards the end. So I do have some bands for those exercises, but again, bands aren't necessary. If you don't have bands, you can still do the exercise with just your body, what you brought with you. Right? So make sure you also have some water somewhere nearby. And that's it. That's all I have for today. If you want a mat, you can grab a mat. We'll be on the floor towards the end. Also try to have a chair somewhere. Again, not required if you don't have a chair, but if you do, that's an option for one of the exercises is to use a chair. Okay, so we're going to get started. We're going to start with a very narrow stance squat. So our feet are going to be about hip width apart. If you're using weights, you can bring them up to your shoulders, and you're just going to squat down and pop back up. And take this at your own pace. We're 30 seconds in. Finish the one you're on. We're going to bring, if you have a chair, you can bring your foot to the chair. And we're going to do our Bulgarian split squats. If you don't have a chair, you can just do a static lunge and just put that foot on the floor behind you. We're going to do 30 seconds each side. So we're at the 15-second mark. If you need a bit of a break, this is a very challenging exercise. We're going to switch those feet. Woo. And go for 30 seconds on the other side. And then about 9 seconds. Then we'll get into our core exercise. Put my weights down for this one. We're going to do a standing oblique mountain climber. So we're going to bring the opposite hand or opposite elbow to opposite knee. I'm here for a minute. Nice. A balanced exercise. We're 30 seconds in. I just got his candy out. It's not being a very good role model for us. All right. Even out those feet. Legs, come on down, and we'll rest here for a minute. So grab some water, do whatever you have to do. I'm going to grab my water. It's over here. Again. so we've got 40 seconds. Let's get a nice rest in. And then we're going to repeat that one more time. So we had weights on the first set, that felt a little heavy. You can come down on this set. If you'd rather work on strength and do less time, also an option. It's whatever your goals are. Right, we have about 10 seconds. So I'm gonna grab my weights here, get ready for our next round. 3, 2, and 1. So we'll have that nice narrow stance. Squat down and back up. You'll probably feel this a little bit more on the front of your legs than some of our other squats. Because that foot position can really make a difference. If you don't feel your quads on this first exercise, you definitely feel them on the second. About 30 seconds in. All right, finish up this last one. We'll come over to our chair. Into those Bulgarians, split squats. $15 seconds in on this side. Alrighty, finish this one and switch those legs. Ooh. 15 seconds in here. All right, finish this one. Come on up. Put those weights down. We'll finish with those standing mountain climber bicycles, whatever you want to call them. All right, 30 seconds in. Even out. We'll take a minute of rest, and we'll get ready for our next set of exercises here. So if you have a band, you can use that. Our first exercise will be those sidewalks. So I'll have the band up right above the knees. We'll walk to the side for a minute. Okay, second exercise is going to be a curtsy squat. You can leave the band where it is if you want, just to avoid having to keep putting it off and on. And then our last exercise, the core exercise, will be an inchworm, which we've done a couple videos ago. I forget which one because now I'm filming these all out of order. So if I make a comment that doesn't make sense, it'll make sense in a couple days. But inchworms, I'm pretty sure we did last week. Okay, so we're going to start with those sidewalks. In 3, 2, and 1. So you squat down and just kind of shuffle to the side. Okay, until you run out of room, and then we'll go back. If you have a really long hallway where you can walk one direction for 30 seconds and then switch, you can also do that. I don't think most of us have that luxury. forward. We're at the 30-second mark now. Got about 10 seconds to go here. This glute should be on fire. All right, come on up. Right into those curtsy squats. Yes, you should hate me. That is normal at this point. Just the foot behind. We're 15 seconds in on our curtsy squats. If you have weights, you can just hold them gently at your sides. All right, you can switch those feet. We have about 3 more seconds to finish up this last one. Adjust the band if you need to. We're going to go into those inchworms. So, again, you're going to need some space. We're going to come down towards our toes. Walk those hands out. Right, walk those feet in. Stand up nice and slow. Go on back down. Walk those feet back. Little baby steps. Really challenge that core. Walk those hands in. And come up. Good news is that we're already at 30 seconds. This exercise takes a lot of time. Come on up. Come on down. Alright, we're going to take that minute of rest. Maybe you don't have to leave your band on, I'm just lazy, so I'm keeping mine on. Alright, get some water. Do some stretching. Shake out. We got about 30 more seconds, and then we're going to do that round of exercises again. Right. If you felt good the first time and you want to use some weights, feel free to grab them. Okay. If you felt just right, stay where you are. Got about 10 seconds. All right, we're going to go again in 3, 2, 1. We're going to come into that squat position, walk to the side. Okay, we're about 30 seconds in. We're going to stand up. We're going to go right into those curtsy squats. So leg behind. We are 15 seconds in on this side. this last one, switch those legs. Sorry for the incessant cracking. Rigel has to pick the noisiest toy to accompany the workout. We're 15 seconds in on this side. He's cheering us on with his noisemaker. Alright. Finish up one more. Alright, we're going to come into those inchworms now. We're going to dive down towards the ground, walk those feet out nice and slow. Walk those feet in. I said hands. Walk the hands out, walk the feet in. Come on up. Go down, walk the feet out. And walk those hands in. Come on up. Walking out. Walk it in. Come up. Walk it out. About 30 seconds through, a little bit more. A couple more here. Alright, finish up this one. You can come on up and we'll take our rest. Alright. So you're all done with that heavy band. The next set of exercises, while you're resting, are going to be those wide stance squats. If we're using a weight, we'll just hold it right here in the middle. Then we're going to come, if we have it to end, underneath the sturdy chair. If your chair's not sturdy, it won't work because you'll just pull the chair towards you. We're going to pull the band in towards the midline of the body. And then our core exercise will be a torso rotation. So you can have weights if you want up here. Alright, we're just going to turn from side to side, keeping the lower body pointed forward, just rotating the torso. Torso rotation, not body rotation. Alright, we're starting with those sumo squats, wide stance squats. In 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to grab one weight here. I'm going to hold my weight like this so it doesn't dent my floor. Nice side stance, so feet should be about shoulder width apart. Okay, really targeting the inner thighs here with the next 2 exercises. And a lot of other leg exercises as well. Okay, we're about 30 seconds in. Up this last one, and then we'll come up and head over to our band. If you don't have the band, that's okay. We're going to start just with that foot a little outstretched. We're going to bring it in towards the midline. Also a good balance exercise. Hopefully you have something sturdy like a wall by you. We're going to switch sides. So if you're using a band, you can just turn around. Stop eating my resistance bands. We're going to do one last one here, and then we'll come into those torso rotations. So I am going to use a weight here. I'm just going to turn to one side, turn to the other. Really go slow with these. It's not about how many we do. We really want to target that core. Okay. So the slower we move, The harder that core has to work to stabilize us. About 30 seconds in here. Let's go one more time to each side. And you can put the weight down if you're using it. Take your rest. And then we'll go and do that again. All right. Catch your breath. It's been a good workout. I was freezing when I started this workout, as you can't tell by the outfit. And now I'm really, really hot, so kind of overheating. So hopefully you're not overheating. Hopefully you dress appropriately. But this is a good workout for the winter. I'm filming this on a 7-degree day, so it's the perfect workout for that kind of weather. It's too cold to walk to the gym, so here we are. It's too cold to drive to the gym. Got about 5 more seconds, and then we're going to get back into those wide stance squats. Alright. Okay, bring those feet about shoulder width apart. Grab a weight if you're using one, and we'll squat down. I'll actually come to the side so you guys can see that profile. Roger's going to get a new toy. It says new set, new toy. I think the dumbest thing I ever did was teach my dog to get his own toys out of his bin. We are 30 seconds in. You see it? Alright, one more. And then we'll come up, stand up, wrap that band around your leg if you're using one. Pull that foot in. Really brace that core, that'll help you balance. Even if you have a wall or a chair next to you, still want to get that balance from your core. We don't want to be like leaning on the chair. It's just there to help us stabilize. Alright, switch sides. And we'll go another 30 seconds. Nigel really likes resistance bands. If you would like to bet on how many he breaks by the end of this series, you can come out of that. Feel free to put your guess in the comments. Mine is 3. I think he'll break 3 of my bands. He already broke 1. He was okay. It hit me, not him. It broke after he chewed on it. And it is live on film. I don't know which video it is. I don't know if it was one that was posted this week or if it's one that's posted next week. We are 30 seconds in. We're about 5 more seconds, so let's go for one more. Be nice and even. Alright. We'll bring that weight down and we'll rest. And we're going to get ready for our last set, which is going to be on the floor. Okay, we're going to Potentially use the band in this one too if you want to. And if you have the logistical space to do so, which I'm going to kind of make up as I go along here because I really don't. Our first exercise, we're going to be on our stomachs. I'm just going to go away. We're going to have this band, and we're going to have it so that it's against the fronts of our feet. Like this. Okay, so the band is against that part of your leg. Then we're going to lie on the floor, and we're going to do a leg curl. So now that band will be on the backs of your feet, and we're just going to bring those feet down as far as we can get towards our butt. Okay, and mine is going to come over here, so you guys can see that. So we're just bringing those feet down and up, curling the leg. Okay. Yeah, you don't need a band for this. You will definitely feel those hamstrings for 30 seconds in. You'll feel those hamstrings with or without the band. You have about 15 seconds left. Rigel move. I have a feeling band number 2 is going to break today. Alright, we're going to come out of the band. We're going to flip over onto our back. And we're going to go into some bridges, except usually we have our feet pretty close to our butt. Today we're going to bring them a step out further. And then we're going to pop up. So pop those hips up off the ground and come back down. You should feel this a lot more in the backs of your legs than with the other style that we do. So this will be another hamstring targeted exercise. So if you weren't feeling them before, I really hope you are now. Okay, we are 30 seconds in. Stop eating my band. You have so many toys. So many toys. This is how he gets back at me for going to work all day. He eats my stuff. Got about 10 more seconds. Stop eating that. It is rubber. Okay, do one more here. We're going to bring the hips down. We're going to bring the heels in a little closer to our normal bridge position. We're going to pop those hips up again, and we're just going to stay here. We're just going to hold this for as long as we can, or a minute, whichever comes first. Okay? Make sure those knees are not splaying out. You want them pointed nice and forward, nice and strong. Squeeze those glutes. Hopefully opening up the front of that hip. If you want weight, grab your pet who's being obnoxious and stick him across your lap. We're about 30 seconds in. Yeah, I'm threatening you. I'm threatening you. Okay, about 10 seconds to go. Keep those hips nice and high. Good job, Rigel. Making me keep my hips nice and high. Alright, we're going to come on down. Nice and slow. And we're going to rest. Oh no. I'm being squished. I'm being squished. He's king of the world. We have just one more set. So we'll kind of get in position here. Still got about 30 seconds. A little bit more than 30 seconds. 33. And we'll just give ourselves that time. It always takes me a minute or two to actually get set up in my band here, so I'm going to get started with that process. But feet into my band here. Not working? Okay, so band will be around the ankles. Okay, and we'll do those leg curls. curling as far back as we can get. If you're really flexible, you might be able to bring those heels down a lot further than I can. Just go with whatever range of motion feels good for your body. Okay, exercise shouldn't hurt. Okay, we should have to work hard, but we shouldn't feel pain. Okay, we're 30 seconds in. There's a difference between being sore. You can feel the soreness right now kind of creeping in. But I know that this is a good range of motion for me, so there's no sharp pain. 10 seconds to go. 2 minutes. Okay, finish up one more. And we'll roll onto our back. And we'll bring those feet just a step further out than we normally would. And drop those hips up. And really watch those knees, make sure they're not swaying out to the sides. Still squeezing those glutes, but those hamstrings are doing a little bit more work to help raise those hips up. And we're about 30 seconds in. Okay, do one more. Bring those hips down, bring the feet in, a step back, and then pop up on those feet, ground through those heels, raise the hips up, squeeze those glutes. This should not be easy right now. These muscles are tired. Awesome. It's a double whammy. I'm counting it as a core exercise because it takes a lot of core to hold ourselves up here. But we're 30 seconds in. We're also targeting those leg muscles as a nice little finisher for you guys. You're welcome. I know you didn't ask, but you're welcome. About 15 seconds to go if you're still with me. Down in 3, 2, and 1. Okay. We'll come on back up nice and slow. You guys are done with this leg and core workout. Again, hopefully not easier per se, but hopefully a little bit lighter than some of the stuff we've been doing the last 2 weeks, at least volume-wise. So if you feel sore tomorrow, make sure you stretch. Get your nutrition in, get your hydration in, and just keep those joints active and moving as close as possible. And I will see you guys for our next video. Bye.